Do you teach adult learners any topic online? In this video, I'm going to share 3 different types of questions you can ask to learners to help them reflect and review what they've learned through writing activities. So one type of question that you can ask learners, I call this the learning highlight. So after you've taught some new information, then ask learners questions like, what was your biggest learning from what we just talked about or what I just told you? Or what was your biggest surprise about what I just taught to you? Or what was the most helpful thing that we talked about here today? A second type of question you can ask learners is about their strengths and their challenges with the specific content that you're teaching. So after you've taught something, you can ask learners to write down the answer to this question. So what is a strength you have related to this content, what I just taught you? And what is something that's going to be a little bit of a challenge for you or a growth area you're really going to have to work hard to grow in that area? Write down the answer to those 2 questions. A third type of question is focused on the future. So after you've taught something new, then ask the learners, what are you going to do in the future that is different or new because of what you've learned here right now? Write that down. It might be a goal that you want them to write down. It might be a new habit. It might be just one little tiny difference that they're going to change in their day. So something that they're going to do because of what they learned from you. And then they can write that down either on paper or on the chat. You'll need to be specific about the question that you ask people to write, and then exactly where do you want them to write the answer to that question? Do you want them to write it on a paper in front of them? Do you want to do you want them to write it in a workbook that is printed out for your particular topic that you're teaching? Do you want them to write it in an online Zoom room chat or Microsoft Teams chat? Where do you want them to write it? So specific with the question and specific with where you want the person to write the answer to your question. So I hope those 3 ideas were helpful for you to start asking your learners to do some written reflection for the topics that you're teaching. If it was helpful, you can click the thumbs up, the like button down below this video, and that lets me know that it was helpful for you. I'm Kelly Pfeiffer. I help you make your training more inviting, more human-centered, and more enjoyable for the people that you teach. I'll see you in the next video.